Boo! Are you scared? Happy Halloween. I'm wearing my mask today. No, not yet. I'm not. My wife my son was running around last night in a Patrick from SpongeBob costume with muscles, and everything, and looking like a goofball. And all my kids are excited. My daughters were princesses last night. I had to pick them up from dance class. And Steph's sending me Maleficent. My wife's sending me Maleficent makeup things she's doing in the mirror. Now, I don't know if she's actually dressed up for Halloween tomorrow night today, or if she's just testing it out and doing like a dry run. But so my whole family's geared up for Halloween. I still don't know what I'm going to be. Actually, I think I'm going to be Donald Trump. It's going to be huge, a huge Halloween. I don't know. I mean, I've got my suit on today anyway. That's the closest I can think of. But I should have dressed up for Halloween one day, But anyway, so that'll be fun. That's tomorrow night. And how you doing? Hey, I'm here. This is Greg McIntyre, the Elder Law Guy, here with the Elder Law Report. So happy to bring you the Elder Law Report every Friday at 10 o'clock on Big O Country. And just come to you in your home, and we can have some coffee together, even though I don't have mine with me this morning. Okay, I have some vitamins with me this morning. That's all I have. So we can take our vitamins together. Okay, and drink coffee. I know the best story I have is one of my friends tell me that they drink coffee on the porch every Friday and listen to the Elder Law Report. So that's what I picture in my mind's eye. That's who we're talking to. So I appreciate you being there. Today we have a great show for you. Get your stuff together, people. Get your stuff together. That's what the show's about, okay? Is get your stuff together. Consolidating all your items into one place. All your banking records, legal documents, legal records, healthcare records, everything in one place. Records of what you own, just what you want to happen to things, how you want your funeral to go. And I've got Debbie Vaughn here, who is the expert's expert on this, okay? And I know, and I'm going to give away, we're going to give away. We've got books that are, let me see, may I see that book? I'm going to hold it up for people that are watching, okay? This is the book, the Journey Program, which I'm a board member of, and it's and Hayden's going to start going to some of those meetings for us, aren't you? Over at the hospital. Meet at the hospital once a month. They work on a lot of different issues in the community, including but not limited to the Journey Get Your Stuff Together workbook, where they just have so many, they just spent so much time putting together this really nice big workbook just to help you consolidate everything you have into one place as a senior, something you need. I'll tell you this, we're going to give away today 2 of these workbooks. They're $20 a piece. Isn't that right?
That's right.
And you can pay for those through the Journey Program.
Yes.
Or any of their affiliates, really.
Absolutely.
Hospice, Life Enrichment, Care Solutions, McIntyre Elder Law.
Both the senior centers.
Senior centers, that's right, Kings Mountain, North
Life
Shelby,
Enrichment
Life
Center.
Enrichment. Contact any of them and they can get you one of those workbooks. They're $20. I'm giving away 2 of them today for free, okay? To callers, all right? And we'll take call-ins during the show, okay? But only if you can tell me where Debbie Vaughn keeps her Get Your Stuff Together book, okay?
Well, that's a hard
where does she keep it?
That's
Okay?
a hard.
Huh?
That's a hard one.
I know, because I've heard her talk
you
before. Debbie is one of the most dynamic speakers I've ever heard talk on this issue. And I just remember we were at a church. What church was it at?
First Baptist in Lawndale.
First Baptist Lawndale. We were at an end-of-life conference up there, just talking about different senior issues and things that needed to happen. And she got up and spoke, and my ears went up, and I was just really, really blown away. So it's a pleasure to have you on the show. Debbie's with Life Enrichment Center. But before we kick that off,
I was blown away enough to buy one.
you bought one too?
I did.
That's the start.
This is going to be for my father and mother, and we're going to be working on that.
So, okay. Hey, this has been a busy week, the pre-Halloween week. What do we do this week at McIntyre Law?
We don't normally do 2 seminars a day or 2 events a day.
Right.
And this week we had on yesterday, We had a booth at the Rutherford County Senior Center,
Right.
which that was a great event, I might say too.
The Rutherford County, I just have to give a shout out, give props to the Rutherford County Senior Center. Sorry to interrupt you, okay? I'm trying to stop doing that. And do I talk over people?
Well,
I can't help it. I just have so much to say. I have so much to say. My wife says I
Well, you do want to be Donald Trump today.
yeah, so I'm being Donald Trump today.
that's your excuse today. You're
But it is. It's an awesome place. I'm just so excited about it. It is. I mean, we gave a seminar up there a couple months ago, and I was blown away by how big it is, how much participation they had. I mean,
There were 80 or 100 people there, and they come every day.
do they have a Life Enrichment Center in Rutherford County?
No, we have 2 and 2 only.
I think that's,
Yeah.
Cleveland
that's
County.
probably the
One in
difference.
Shelby and one in Kings Mountain.
I almost feel like that's what they need. By the way, okay, there might be a need there.
Well,
Okay,
there probably is.
I think
especially
there
in
is.
rural, that, you know,
Yeah.
where there's a life center.
but I'm gonna tell you
But
that
it's
senior
not a
center,
Life
it is packed. That senior center is just packed with people doing activities and.
They have a pool room, and I stopped in and I said, "Can girls play?"
Yeah.
I mean, they just spend their whole, you know, their whole day it can be scripted out with lunch, everything, and just to hang out at their senior center there, which was really cool. And
Really
yesterday,
active. And we also went to the Journey Writing Your Final Chapter event last night at the Don Gibson Theater, which was, it should have been attended by 3 times the number of people who actually did. They had 2 great speakers. Joel Shores did a fabulous job on talking about how women and seniors can protect themselves and just by doing very simple things. And then this other speaker's name,
Stuart Watson.
awesome.
Stuart Watson. He is
Emotional.
just a decorated writer. Okay, he wrote an article in the paper leading up to this, and
And a broadcaster too.
a broadcaster. Is that what it is?
He
Broadcaster
was
also.
at
Yeah.
WRAL and one of our more local channels.
Okay.
WLOS, I think.
Right. So news broadcaster. I think he's a writer too. I mean, not a little bit good.
Oh, he's awesome.
I mean, I kicked myself halfway through his speech, and Joel's too. Joel Shores also, who did a great job. Our local law enforcement, Joel Shores.
We have wonderful local law enforcement.
I agree.
They are very community centered, community protective. We need to have a law enforcement appreciation.
You know what I feel good about?
Absolutely.
I think we're probably the only people on the radio or broadcasting right now at all saying something positive about law enforcement.
And as far as media goes, you're
Isn't that
probably
right?
Well, you know, Alan
Oh my
Norman
gosh.
is doing a really good job, though, of publicizing when they have something.
Successes. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
and that's good, and that helps people remember that we're there to help you.
Yes.
And if you are going out of town and leaving your house unattended, you can call them, and they will. Not maybe, but they will patrol by your house at various times, so they're not on the same schedule.
That's true. I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't till
You can
last
call them
night.
and let them know if you're going out of town.
Yeah,
And what else did Joel say? Joel said, maybe don't broadcast on Facebook and everywhere else that you're going out of town and out of town, right?
Right.
Which I'm guilty of that. My life's an open book. I'm putting pictures of me in the pool with the phone, okay, and the kids. Yeah.
We're just gonna have a house sitter.
Yeah, at the house sitters.
So whatever stage you're at.
Okay.
One of the things I thought that I learned from Joel last night was when you're coming out of Walmart, to ladies and guys too, have your keys ready, especially ladies. And I tell you, even leaving the theater last night, all the ladies had their keys
And their eyes up. And
their eyes up.
Because
to
you
pay
want to look
attention.
people in the eyes and look around.
Yeah.
Don't put your head down, look
Yeah.
to the ground and walk to your
Don't
car.
be worried about putting your stuff.
Put your purse in the car, dig through the purse, bend over, dig through the purse. Have it ready. Look around, be alert as you walk to the car. You got a less chance the person that's looking to jump on someone, Joel said, is looking to jump on the person with their head down.
Catching them by
not
surprise.
paying attention. That's correct. That's correct.
Another thing I thought was interesting, he said if you're approached by someone who has a gun, take your keys and throw them at them, that your instinct will override everything and you will make an attempt to catch those keys.
Right.
So that's your chance to
either
get far
get
enough
away
away
or
before
them to
they
maybe
can
drop
take
the
aim
gun.
and shoot at you. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
Joel's, I guess, advice based on really human reflex, I guess, is that gunman will try to catch the keys.
Yeah.
you throw him at his chest and drop the gun. Okay?
I mean, I think they
At least it gives you
present
a shot.
seminars to
Yeah.
various organizations, just like we do. We go around and try to help people learn.
And credit not debit, right? Credit not debit.
Yes.
Credit not debit.
And if you have a debit card, you use it as credit.
Because that way you can get it refunded and you're not putting your pin,
You're not
it's not
taking it
coming
directly
straight
out of
out of
your
your,
money.
straight out of your bank account.
Maybe putting a whistle on your keychain.
Yeah. If you
Wear
don't
that
want to
whistle.
go and carry a gun or pepper spray, get a whistle.
Get a whistle.
We could go on and on, but
Yes.
there wasn't he did a PowerPoint presentation, there wasn't a slide that didn't have something on it. that
Yeah.
I wish I had known.
Don't keep the gun in your purse for some reason. There's a reason for that too.
Well, by the time you get your purse out,
It's
you're
too late.
it's
And
too
then
late.
he's armed. Then he,
Yeah,
Have it
oh,
somewhere
yeah,
where you're ready.
that's right.
So okay. And then Stuart Watson. I mean, there weren't a lot of dry eyes in the house.
No, and even
Should talk.
he
Yeah.
got emotional telling
Yeah.
the story.
Talking about the need to pre-plan with your documents, with healthcare powers of attorney, living wills, healthcare directives. His parents were, lived rarely apart, married for forever.
And died on the same day.
Both
within
had
12
Alzheimer's,
hours.
right?
Oh,
yes.
Both died, lived in assisted living at a Brookdale facility in Albany, New York, I think, for some time. Died within 12 hours of each other.
On the same day. That's
And
amazing.
he did a great job of advertising for the Journey book and impressing upon people how to get your things together and talk about his parents have done that. And you're ready to tell about it.
And buried in the same grave. So that's
That's right. Oh.
yeah. They just spent their whole life. It was unreal. It was unreal. So whoever missed that last night, Journey should do that again.
It should.
That was a lot.
But my
That was
husband and I are
incredible.
buried in the same grave. I want to be on the left side.
The left
Is that
side.
where you sleep?
Okay. I want to be. Yeah, I'm on the right side.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah, on mine. So.
Okay.
All right.
I'll
So,
see this aside.
so we've got Get Your Stuff Together with Debbie Vaughn. And Debbie, what do we mean when we say people should get their stuff together?
Well, first of all, Journey, that's the whole reason we have Journey. It's a coalition of different agencies like Life Enrichment Center, Senior Center, Care Solutions, to do that so that you can put all your documents in one place. What I found to be interesting was before I found Journey myself, my mother had cancer, pancreatic cancer, and we knew she was going to pass, and it was a waiting game, but not one of us 3 children thought to ask her what an insurance policy was. But then when she did go to meet the Lord, then we're like, oh gosh, where would she put it? We had to be detectives and think like she would. You know, wonder where she would have. We tore her little apartment apart until we found it. And that's what made it seem very real to me that, I'm not going to put my son through that. I want to put everything in place so that my son will know. He knows exactly where everything is. And that's a tough question, Craig. You ought to give a follow-up question besides that. Not everyone might not know that unless I give the answer.
Sure, absolutely. But I know you know the answer.
I know.
So you want to get your stuff together? Look, there's a lot of reasons. From my perspective, before you can really plan what you want to do, or evaluate where you are with your legal documents, with your finances, your healthcare directives, all your papers, then all your paperwork, then you need to kind of consolidate that into one place. You need to inventory it. You need to inventory your assets. You need to inventory your legal documents, your life. You take inventory of your life, and then I meet with people all the time, and when they do that, they say, that was just such a great thing for me because I was able to really understand what I had and really kind of everything came together for me. I realized what I wanted to do and what I needed to do as far as burial or how to give assets away or how to protect them or in any way. And I think the first part is inventory.
And it's not only death. If something would happen that I would have a stroke or an illness and could not speak for myself, this book can speak for you.
Mhm.
You know, it can tell my son things like it has a place in it for who I would use as my plumber, who I would use as my carpenter. People that know my house. He might not know the people that come to my house and work on it on a regular basis. And you know how it is. You find a good plumber, a good carpenter, a good electrician, you want to use the same ones you know, love, and trust. So that tells him exactly who to go to. And you can slip their business card right in his folder, and it's in this safe place that he can go to if something happens. I can't speak for myself, you know.
I'm looking at the page that you have. It's a page that will hold what looks like 10 business cards. So you can do your plumber, your electrician, your whatever.
You could probably put 20 in there if you go front and back. So
Sure.
you know,
Absolutely.
which I have in mind. You know, he knows where my insurance company is and things like that. And you know, he knows things like, you know, I bought some storm windows, and it's real important that he know that you don't put Windex on these storm windows because it would run. They have a special thing in them for ultraviolet.
Warranties.
Now,
you can put that in there.
but I could tell him these things, but the eye remembers what the ear forgets. And that way he can say, oh, God, you know, don't put Windex on there, because that's what it said in Mama's book, you know. It's things like, you know, I like to have my pillow flipped every night. I do it every night, and that's things I'm used to. And hopefully he'll do that if he reads that in this book, you know.
Debbie, you're as cold as the other side of the pillow. So that's what you like. You like to have a pillow flipped every night,
I
right?
want him to know how I like my coffee.
Uh-huh.
I mean, things like that. So it's not
Cream and
necessarily just a sweet and low and hazelnut.
Sweet and low and hazel. Okay, but you want people to know that.
I want people to know that.
Sure.
You know. And there's who I go to the doctor. Who's my doctor? He probably don't know who my doctor is. You know, but if I
That's
can't
been a
speak for
problem for
myself,
us and my family just recently,
Yeah.
knowing which doctor, which hospital, which dates,
yeah.
and medications. So that's great. And I'm watching Debbie turn the pages, and there are folders, there are sleeves, there are chapter headings, and envelopes of all descriptions to hold all these documents. And it's separated into sections. Debbie, how is it organized? I mean, is it?
Well, it has several copies of the same thing because things change. This is a work in progress. The medications, there's a section on medications. You know, the medications you took 6 months ago may not be the medications you're taking now. So, but you can make copies of these so that you can keep it updated.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of like a hobby in a way. You know, you can just keep them putting down your information as it changes.
Now, do you have your will and your
As a
power
matter,
of attorney?
as a matter of fact, I had already had my health power of attorney done, and also my living will. And Greg McIntyre is doing my will right now. As
I
we
don't
speak.
ever talk about who our clients are, but I'm honored that you are one.
But you know what struck me,
What?
Greg? When we were in that conference at that church at First Baptist in Lawndale,
Great conference.
Greg got up and talked about the importance of getting your legal matters in order. And I had a written will, handwritten will. But you know, I was just so afraid that there was something in that handwritten will that would bind my son to something that he didn't need to be bound to, or something I had forgotten or missed. So you really made me realize that it's good to get something important. I mean, even though that was a legal document being handwritten, to get it.
Sometimes
With
I
an
meet
attorney.
with people who may have a large number of assets, like $500,000, teetering on some $20 internet will they printed off that may or may not be legal in North Carolina and may or may not achieve their goals. I mean, you know, you get what you pay for in some respects, and I I just hate to see people in those positions. You know what I mean?
And you don't have to be in those positions. It
you
takes a little planning ahead. I mean, Greg was talking that day about how, your loved one can't even change your Verizon phone service.
My wife.
I love it. And boy, that made this girl think, Daddy, I'm going to go make an appointment with his office.
Okay, so this is a regular thing for me. Verizon gives me great cell phone service, by the way. Not knocking Verizon, okay? But just our time is limited. And sometimes I'll ask Steph, I'll say, hey, run over to the Verizon store and change this with the bill, or she'll want to change something. Craig, I can't do that. They won't talk to me. And I'm like, well, just call them and do it. I can't do that. They won't talk to me. And, imagine if I was in a car wreck and she needed to handle our personal business, not just the cell phone bill, but the power bill, the water bill, the cable bill, the banking, investments, heck, my firm business, things related to that. She couldn't, dealing with a bank, they have to have proper and valid documents in place before they can do anything. Before Verizon will do anything, before the bank will do anything, before the utility companies will do anything, for anyone else but you. Who's going to step in and be you if you're suddenly taken out of the picture? Even for a temporary period of time, you need to have your ducks in a row, those things in order. You need to get your stuff together.
Yes.
That's part of what we're talking about. And beyond that, the real reason, Debbie, why might, I know the answer, but okay. So the reason that I advocate that you get simple documents in place ahead of time are because, if not, you're going to be left in a position where someone may have to pursue a guardianship for you. And that's just a longer process. It's a longer...
Well, kids fight over what you want when you have a chance to tell them, right now, on paper.
Yeah, while you're alive, or, you see that in probate all the time, where you throw a little money in the mix, and it kind of just tears families apart sometimes if you don't really clearly set out what's supposed to happen, right? And do it with legitimate legal documents.
And I know it's one of those subjects, Greg, where families just don't want to think about it, but I look at it like this. If you're fixing to get married, you spend a year or so planning your wedding. If you're going to have a baby, you get the nursery ready for the grand arrival. And then this is your chance to leave your legacy. I'm big into genealogy as well, and I was doing some research, and I have a letter from my great-great-great-great-grandfather that he wrote with a feather pen, no doubt, you can tell, but he didn't know that would mean so much to me. He didn't know I would ever be alone, but it does, and it talks about when he moved to Arkansas, how different farming was in Arkansas than good old North Carolina.
Sure.
So, this gives you a chance to leave a legacy that will be for generations to come, and it doesn't have to be about necessarily death,
There might be things that you want your children to know that you did in your life.
That you did.
And I noticed a photograph there. The photograph that you want put in the paper for your obituary, writing your own obituary, that's something they mentioned last night. So there are this book will take care of everything. And these books they put together themselves. They're charging only what it costs
$20 what it
to
costs.
put together for a binder and
Cost
the
of materials.
sleeves. Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
So it's already pre-put together for the family. Man, I love that legacy thought that you're talking about.
Yeah,
someone is not about their will and their death. They're about the life they live.
yes.
And that's what, to me, is part of the legacy, too. It's not just the money that you're handing down to send the kids to college or to help them out. Or the land that you're handing down, the home. It's about, the experiences you had during the Vietnam War or during some major life event, the moon landing, right?
Yeah.
Those types of things.
Yeah.
Or civil rights or whatever the issue is that you went through and you personally experienced. Maybe it's about how to handle your money. Maybe it's about just the things that you've learned. The things that you learned during your life make you wise.
Absolutely.
And the mistakes you make you wise. And I hate to see the next generation make the exact same mistake, or the grandkids make the exact same mistakes, because, you know, they don't have that guide. And how can we pass on that knowledge? That's very powerful.
Yes, it is that. And my son knows, you know, my dog's shop records are in here, the titles to any important paper that I think he's going to need is in here. You know, my son used to think I was crazy because I did all this so much, and you know, I've even planned my funeral down to the last date. I don't have the ending date yet.
You can't see this, but she actually has what looks like a program with her photograph on it and the messages on the inside,
Yeah,
and maybe the hymns are to be sung.
How I want the service to go. You know, you don't have any say how you come in this world, but by golly, you can say how you want to go out.
I think that's amazing.
And I have my video. Why in the world would I have my son, when he's misses his sweet mother, to have to go dig through pictures and not know who they are? And
So you've already done that?
I've got it all right here in my little flash drive.
And she's got the flash drive right. Oh, that's amazing.
The flash drive right there. Because I want to do everything I can while I'm here so that he don't have to do anything. He's going to have enough. His hands are going to be full enough. And, you know, I said he made fun of me, but he recently lost his father to cancer, my ex-husband. And he told me, he said, you know, he knew he was dying, and he tried to get him to talk to him and say, well, now, what do you want done with, I mean, you know, and he wouldn't talk about it. Even though he knew he was dying, he still didn't want to talk about it. And my son told me, well, I'm glad I don't have to worry about you. You know, he don't make fun of me anymore. He's glad after going through that to have to second guess everything. So it's important. It's so important. And you can start today.
So
Well, if they win one of these cards,
you
for
win-
sure.
I'll throw out this idea as well.
Okay.
Legacy videos.
Legacy videos. Yes.
That's right. Sit down, talk about all those special moments that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Film it, edit it together as a legacy video to your
pass
family,
on.
To pass on.
Yeah.
I think that is a way to capture some of those moments.
This could be one of the best hobbies you ever take up.
It's all about you. If you need any help, give us a call at Macatero. We can help you put together that legacy video. Okay.
Absolutely.
Bill, will you give the numbers? We're giving away 2 of these Get It Together workbooks, okay, which are large, thick binders that will have everything you need in there to get it together.
All right, ready for your phone numbers here? 704-482-1390, 435-2844, or 735-8071. Line ringing right now.
Okay, let's do it. I'm ready. Ready when you are.
Good morning, you're on the air with Greg.
Morning. Who's calling? Miss Schwantz. Good to hear you. Good. Thank you for calling in. Where, Debbie? I don't know if you said where you keep your
No,
book.
I didn't know if you wanted me to or not, but
Where do you think Miss Debbie Vaughn, Miss Schwantz, where do you think she keeps her Get It Together workbook that Journey provides? In a drawer. That's a very good guess. Is that right? Is that right, Bill?
I do not know.
Give me a buzz. I need a buzz. Okay.
That's probably the
That's a
guess.
great guess. That's a great
I
guess.
thank you.
It would win
But-
on the game show.
That's right.
But Miss Schwantz, I'm a pushover and a good sport. So,
Yeah.
so let's tell her. Debbie, will you tell Miss Schwantz where you keep the workbook?
I keep this workbook in the trunk of my car so that if I ever need it, it's there. My son knows where to get it. I have a feeling that the chance of my car getting damaged in my car is less than if I had a fire in the house. I wouldn't have time to go grab it. So I keep it in the trunk of my car.
So she keeps it together with her anywhere she goes. Do you have any other important legal documents in there that have been important in your life?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you should. That's another whole show.
Is that another show?
I do.
Hey, Miss Franz, we're going to give you one of these workbooks for free, okay? And where can we get that to you? Do we need to mail that to you, or do you want to pick that up at the WOHS station or our office? Okay, okay.
My baby bracelet.
Bill, can we maybe get that? You got our address? Okay, good. Miss Franz, we're going to put that in the mail to you today, okay? Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. I mean, I know people all over the place. Bridges from Cherryville. What's going on? Oh, yeah, okay. Ronnie Eagle. That name sounds extremely familiar. Absolutely. Has he? Well, I hate to hear that. You tell Ronnie that I said hello. I want you to hear what else Debbie keeps in her get together workbook.
I have my baby bracelet. I have my high school diploma. I got a whole bag of tricks in here.
Just all of your mementos?
Yes, absolutely. Things that I want my son to know about. He'll have a real treasure when he goes in here. It'll be a treasure hunt for sure, you know. But things I just think are important to me enough that I'd put it in this old canvas bag here.
Well,
I know a friend who has labeled furniture and pictures, where they came from, and who is most likely to have first choice.
I've done that with items in the house. I have like a glass pig that I have on the bottom with the Lego maker. I have, this is your grandpa's piggy bank when he was a little boy. In other words, you don't sell it at the yard sale for 10 cents. This has some value.
And meaning.
You know, a meaning. Because he probably thinks it's just something he's just seen all his life, not no big deal. But I always say, if I go to the yard sale, because he'll probably sell all my antiques for a dime a piece.
Well, Ms. Strauss, thank you so much for calling in today. You tell Ron Eagle that Greg McIntyre said hello and to get better soon, okay? Or feel better soon. And thank you for calling in today. We're going to get one of those out in the mail. Well, yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for calling in. You have a great day. Have a good weekend. All right, bye. I'm giving away two.
Good morning, you're on the air. Matthew said, hey, Greg.
Hey, Patsy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing exactly what I'm seeing on film.
Happy, you know, I'm doing okay myself today. Happy Halloween. What are you going to be for Halloween tomorrow?
Well, I don't know the same thing because I didn't know what to do.
That's funny. That's funny. You know, I don't know what I'm going to be in. I don't know, man. I can't decide yet. I'll let you know next week what I was and how Halloween. So are you calling in to try to win the Get It Together workbook?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Debbie, I know that there's some some really important old legal documents that might be in your planning workbook. You even keep your something paperwork in there, right?
My something paper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And all right, I'm gonna ask. Okay. What kind of old legal documents does Debbie keep in her Get It Together workbook?
He's so bad. He is.
And think a little bit outside the box.
Yeah. What kind of old legal documents does Debbie keep in her Get It Together workbook? She hasn't said yet. This is a guess.
No, this is a guess.
Her old marriage license. That is true. That's very true. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Very
That's very good. Is that right?
I do. I have my I have my marriage license, I have my divorce papers, I have my mom and dad's divorce papers.
Oh my gosh, just to make sure that, yeah,
Well, you
that they
know,
get it straight.
that
Everybody's
they get it
confused.
straight. Oh, that's a sneaky question. You should be.
I tried to get you to
Donald
say
Trump,
that.
I'm telling you.
I already tried to get you to say that a couple times. All right, so I brought it up to the caller. Thank you, caller. I appreciate you calling in. And good luck with Halloween. I want you to really scare the kids this year. Okay? I mean, my kids need to be scared. They need to act right. Okay? Be a fine purple pig. All right. And how can I get you that workbook? Would you like to pick that up here at the station? Can we get it to you? Okay,
All right.
yes ma'am. I'm going to give that to Milton, okay?
Well, congratulations.
All right. You have a great day. All right, thank you so much, Milton. All right, so really, I mean, we've been on the air for a while today. I think we've about run over today. So, but it's been great visiting with you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
It's an impressive book. It's what every senior needs as they age, to have everything in one place.
Yes.
I named it this morning because I didn't know what else to call it.
Yeah,
The
you did a
Get
good
It
job.
Together workbook, because that's
That's
what
right.
we want to do is get
And
it
you
together.
don't have to be elderly either. I mean, you can be young.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, anybody needs that information, right? Together. So I wanted to put out some info. What's going on this weekend, Hayden? We got the
Tomorrow it's Auto Bazaar and Trunk or Treat
at the Senior Center, Shelby Senior
Yes.
Center.
They're going to have over 40-something cars, and then that was as of pre-registration. They'll probably have more. They're having some retired race car drivers, and they're having Trunk or Treat, where the vendors there who will have candy and, you know.
If you want to find out what I dress up as for Halloween, I'm going to be dressed up tomorrow morning. Okay?
Yeah, we'll
Are you
be
going to put it
there.
on Facebook?
I will. Oh yeah. I mean, what don't I put on Facebook? It'll be all over the place.
He's
Okay?
a social media
I'm a very
expert.
social
He
person.
is there.
Omnipresent. So, and also there's a holiday gift gallery coming up this weekend. Okay, so it starts today, I think, or it's going on today. It'll be tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the Grand Center, and that spot, and also on Sunday. Okay, it'll be all day Sunday. So come on out across from the Cleveland County Fairgrounds at the LeGrand Center, and that's put on by the ladies at the Junior Charity League
Yes.
of Shelby, which they do just an amazing job.
Well, I was there yesterday where they were setting it up, and oh, it's wonderful.
The things they have for sale are unique and special and beautiful decorations, but they raise money for one. You just couldn't ask for a better cause. Children who need clothes for school, the clothing room, and they have other projects. I know they raise money for hospital equipment. It's every penny that they raise goes, 100% of it goes to an excellent cause. So go do your little bit of local shopping.
Yeah.
And tune in next week. We'll have Debbie Vaughn. We pre-recorded that show. That'll be Debbie Vaughn with the YMCA. I'm sorry, did I say Debbie Vaughn?
Yeah.
Debbie Vaughn's here. It'll be Debbie Pfeiffer with, I love Debbie Pfeiffer too. With the Silver Sneakers with YMCA. We'll talk about all their many programs. And that'll be pre-recorded next Friday at 10 o'clock, right after Swap and Shop. And we have just a ton of good shows coming up. Evan Thompson with talking about Veterans Affairs and different veterans benefits with American Legion, and just Senior Center show coming up, talking about Meals on Wheels in the Senior Center with just Heather Ledbetter and Paulette Putnam. Yeah, we've got a whole lineup coming up. I can't wait for our show on senior. Oh, and Thanksgiving is going to be the McIntyre family Thanksgiving. We're going to have the whole fam in, and we're just going to talk about families planning, and it's really just a time for us to visit with you on Thanksgiving on that Friday. And last but not least, there's a dog.
Yeah. A lady here came by the radio station. She has found a dog. It looks like a young dog. It's a darling dog.
Chow
Part
mix.
chow, yes. It has on a collar,
2 shocker collars.
the 2 shocker collars. And
She says that
she's caring for this dog. And
It
he's
walked
in good
across the
hands.
golf course to her, so I'm not sure where that is. Maybe in Cherryville.
I don't know, it could be.
Maybe Lincoln Country
Yeah,
Club. Or
Pine
Lincoln.
Grove. I don't know if
Maybe
it's still
Pine-
in that
yeah,
place.
yeah.
It's somewhere
Is
near a
it
golf
Cherry?
course.
Okay. Said walked across the road to her in that area, but she's got it. She's looking for the owner. She's trying to figure out what to do. It looks like a pup and some chow mix. So contact the radio station if you have any information.
It's
You're
on
looking
their
for your dog.
website.
Okay, and it's on their website as well. So thank you so much. This has been Greg McIntyre, the elder law guy, here with Debbie Vaughn from Life in Richmond.
Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie, and Hayden Soloway from our office. And thank you, Milton. Tune in next week at the Elder Law Report. Or for you.
Here's a picture of